Hello Libra, how are you guys doing? If you are new here, I'm Auji and this is Sacred Libra, where we talk all things Libra. Make sure you guys are subscribed and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if this reading resonates with you. Alright, let's get right into it. Now, I normally don't start the reading already with the title or with the download in mind or something like that, but the title that I do have is The Witch is Dead. Okay, The Witch is Dead. The download that I get from that is the witch, and I don't mean this in like spiritual witchy, you know, witchy vibes, stuff like that. I mean it in all of the negative aspects that we see the witch, the dark entity, the dark thoughts, the negative thoughts and things like that in our minds and things like that. I'm gonna tap into more because I feel like that the full moon has a lot to do with it, and then just the air of 2023 has a lot to do with that as well. It's like the witch can't breathe this air. It's a new type of air. The witch is the negative thoughts and the negative mindset and the obstacles and the things that was holding you back. Okay, it's not something that you can see from your like physical sight, but it's something it's a very, very real force. All right, so that's what we're going to be talking about. That we're going to be talking about that this video. So if that's resonating with you, go ahead and like this video. If you felt like a release, or you feeling like, for some of you guys, the feeling of this is going to feel like you being trampled with thoughts that you know goddamn well you have outgrown. It's things, it's negative, the negative thoughts that you haven't told yourself in years could have popped up in the last week or so. Okay, for some of you guys, it was happening a lot in December, November. Okay, I just got December, November, October, November, December. These are thoughts that you have not even, negative thoughts that you haven't even said to yourself, but for some reason, it's coming up out of the surface. It's coming up beneath the crevices. It's things that you thought that you had gotten rid of that's now coming back. It's now coming back to the surface. The reason why these things are coming back to the surface is so they can be released. Okay, which is releasing is a very, very tricky thing, because rarely do people in life let these thoughts go. All right, rarely do people let these thoughts go. He's gonna be talking. Let me like some Palo Santo. Rarely do people let these thoughts go. Rarely do people kind of let their bodies kind of cleanse, and they don't really hold on to these thoughts, because what starts to happen is how powerful our mind is. You'll see that once things start happening in your mind, you'll see things start happening physically out there in the world. So you think that your mind is coming up to warn you, or your mind is coming, or these thoughts in your mind is coming up to warn you, or these thoughts are telling you some valuable information, when all it's telling you is that, wow, you've gotten through this negative thought, this lie. So I feel like Spirit wants me to come on here and talk about this, because this is rapid. Like, this is happening as we speak. And I feel like a lot of you guys could make the choice to actually grab onto those negative thoughts, to those negative views of yourself, and actually make them as facts, because you're matching them with the chaos that's happening. When we all know chaos happens right before a breakthrough. Chaos happens right before the seed gets sprouted. There's a shaking that the seed needs to do underneath the ground, and that shaking is chaotic. All right, you think about the panic and the pushing and the screaming when a mother is giving birth. It's chaotic. Think about any type of new beginning. Before that new beginning happened, it's chaotic. Okay, so I feel like, you know, a rainbow is beautiful, but in order for that rainbow to come out, it had to get through the chaos, the storm. So I feel like you could be matching these thoughts with the chaos that's happening here, and the chaos that's happening is hitting home. Oh, they're touching those thoughts. They're touching those triggers. It's kind of not even touching. It's hitting those triggers. It's punching those triggers. All right, the chaos is kind of, it's hitting home. So it's not like something that's easy for you to get out of, or something that's easy for you to kind of back out of. All right, I'm gonna go into the Sacred Rebels as we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the witch is dead. And I hope they got the little feet. You know, the little feet that was on, what was it, the Wizard of Oz? The witch feet. Hopefully they got that emoji for me so I can put that out there. Alright. Big, bold vision. So for some of you guys, now you can see. Now you can see. Big, bold vision. Alright. For some of you guys, you haven't even really looked at something truly, because it just depends on how long you've been in this fight with your negative thoughts, with your negative self-talk, with letting those thoughts drive the car, letting those thoughts rule your career, letting those thoughts rule your relationships. All right, letting those thoughts tell you how you're getting dressed in the morning. For some of you guys, you've let those thoughts rule your life. And it's so, I feel like it is so, they could be coming at you so hard right now, where it could be feeling like the new moon or the full moon was kicking your ass. They could be coming at you so hard right now, because this is like one of your luckiest times. Like where all the universe is working in your favor. So in order for you to bring the big bold, or order for you to bring this big harvest home, we got to do some big work, which is clearing out those big negative thoughts. And if you've had any type of terrible relationship with negative self-talk like myself, just to be a moment of transparency, I was one of those people who thought that thinking the worst of a situation was good, because if it didn't happen, I would think the worst, and if it didn't happen, I'd be okay with whatever happened, because I just thought the worst. And I thought that was a way, that's how I lived my life until the worst actually occurred, and I'm like, hell no. You know, hell no. I don't want to start being anticipating for the worst. I want to actually think about the beautiful, you know, thinking about the best thing that could happen instead of the worst thing. So that had to take some type of reprogramming. But then some of you guys could be, it's the way that you look at yourself. It almost feels like this person is looking into a reflection or looking into a mirror. It's the big bold vision that you have of yourself. So this is tapping into your higher self. Before I even get into what this is tapping into your higher self. Also, you do have 15. And I think, is that linked to, or is that 16? Let me see something here, because I think I'm going somewhere. Yep. The Devil card. 15. So the thoughts could be trying to keep you from the big vision. The big vision is seeing yourself. Seeing yourself. The highest version of yourself. Seeing the best version of yourself, and then showing up as that. Alright? It says you are not born to play a small role in life. You have the ability to dream big, even if you have absolutely no idea about how your visions can come to pass or what all the details may look like. You can access the heart and guts of a vision by tapping into your wildest dreams and surrendering attachment to exactly how it all will work out. The details are up to the creative geniuses of the universe. You are an active, contributing participant, but not the sole player in your life's journey. There is something, a vision, or an idea that is coming to you. You may worry that this is too much for you, but don't worry. It is meant to be yours. Although you might have some adjustments to make and some tweaking to do as you let go of your limited thinking and open up to a fearless acceptance of bigger, brighter, more radical, and more potent possibilities of creatively living your light in the world. A sign that you are cracking out of your limited thinking to allow for a big, bold vision to come to you is that you might feel a little dizzy with the shrinking limitations and expanding possibilities of life. You may wonder if you're allowed to access so much wonder. Remember that in your healing and growing success, as you manifest this big vision, you can touch the hearts of others through your presence, your inner work, your arts, and your choices. It is a win-win situation. Those that are meant to live big, bold, and visionary lives need to give themselves permissions to break the mold and forge newer, more expansive perspectives of what is possible. It is about letting go and opening up. So letting go of the negative limiting beliefs, because the witch is dead. It's dead. It's time to have a funeral. You may need to wear all black. Matter of fact, I'm wearing black today. Or if you, however late you're doing it, you could wear black tomorrow, symbolizing the fact that the witch is dead. We are no longer living our lives based off of our negative thoughts. Period. There's a big, bold vision that's here. And once you let go of the limiting beliefs and thoughts, you can open up to a deeper perspective, a more bolder, believable perspective. It did also talk about the luck that is there right now. It also talk about a win-win situation. You cannot lose, okay? So once if you have a thought of you telling yourself you're going to lose, you're going to fail, this is confirmation. You cannot lose, you cannot fail. Once you let go of those limiting beliefs, that is the failure, the limiting beliefs. Once you let go of that, or once you kick it out of the driver's seat, okay, you're able to kind of like win through anything. Also, your intuitive sight is heightening. Your intuitive sight is heightening. All right, the word wants to be written at the bottom of the deck, and that is you being bold. All right, so this is a lot. This has a lot to do with your self-image, how you see yourself, how others could have beat you up or put you down for being your true self. What is your quirk? What is something that you got made fun of? Okay, we could do a moment of transparency, and we can like put that in the comments, and you can put down below other things that you just did naturally that you got made fun of and you kind of hid, or you kind of thought it was like your flaw. What is something that you could have got made fun of? My thing is being alone by myself. I kind of like my alone time a lot. I'm a very creative person. I write, I can draw, I do this, whatever. I'm just a very creative person, and I like my I like me. I like being by myself. And I kind of get, even now, people have some kind of crazy things to say about it. I've got picked on about it in my life. I'm also writing and things like that, and me putting my emotions into poetry and stuff like that. I got like called like overly emotional and blah, 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 and things like that. And I kind of hid the fact that I was, well, no, I've always been. But being very, very selective of who I show my writers things to. But me liking my alone time, or I don't have to necessarily go to, you know how I felt like being in high school and not wanting to go to a club and not finding that as fun. Like now I even have like friends who think that like going to a bar and getting drunk as hell is fun. I mean, I can do that one day out of the week, but I don't want to do that every night. That's not fun to me. I like different things. I would rather read a book. I had an ex who never believed that I like to read a book. I like to write. I like to do things like that. So I would feel ashamed, like, okay, am I weird? Am I different? Or what's going on? But as you grow, you learn the importance of being by yourself. You learn the importance of forming a relationship with yourself. And even me being that type of person who always wanted to be by themselves, I still even grown out of a relationship with myself, because I always thought that I needed to grow out of that and be like a normal person. I need to grow. Not saying that I'm just in the house with the shit with the blinds closed and no light coming in. Like, not saying that, but I would rather like just chill. I'm a homebody. My Venus is in Virgo. Like, leave me alone, okay? I'm a homebody, and that's just who I am. Like, that's just who I am. I'm a homebody. So I'm learning to appreciate that more and not feel like I need to be doing something, or I need to be doing this, or I need to be whatever. But such a homebody, and I didn't create my daggone career around home. You know, got a home-based business, okay? I like it here. It's pretty in here. It smells good in here. Okay. So I've been transparent. If you want to, you can definitely put that in the comments down below. What is something that you truly love that you got picked on, and then it made you feel ashamed? Because I feel like that we are overcoming something as a whole, as a collective. Oh, so we not alone. I knew this was the tribe. You got isolation. Isolation is here. Okay. Did you see that? Let me move this up a little bit. Isolation is here. All right, so we not alone. For some of you guys, you need to spend some time with self. But then we want to be real careful about isolation. And I say that because healthy isolation is kind of called like solitude. But I do feel like devil energy will make you feel like that you have to be isolated. So it's also battling that you have to be, that there's nobody, it's only you by yourself, when it's actually like-minded people out there in the isolation this is you. Even when surrounded by a group, we all have experienced a lonely feeling. You may need to consider if you're holding back input out of fear of expressing an unpopular opinion. This card may also indicate a group or a community that didn't connect with your beliefs, causing you to feel ostracized. Oh, wow. So that's what that's talking about. Isolation may also indicate a need to remove yourself from a situation to quiet your mind and contemplate your next move. All right. Isolation may bring to the surface feelings associated with abandonment. It can represent a block centered around a fear that your actions may lead to not being accepted or removed for a group. The fear of being cast aside might result in you limiting your potential by withholding ideas or suppressing inspiration. All right. It says, for example, if you grew up in a home where lack and scarcity of resources was a dominating factor, and now as an adult you have the opportunity to create financial freedom, the fear of no longer fitting in with your family may prevent you from reaching your greatest potential. If you are successful, you may risk conflict with your family as your paths diverge. How many people have that? Like, not even in the terms of money, just in the terms of beliefs in your mind system, and beliefs in your thought system and where you are now. It may not resonate. I know that it may not resonate. You may feel like, wow, if I continue to grow, then I'm going to be alone, or I'm going to be isolated, because I'm not going to be able to relate with my family, the people I love. How many of you guys have grown in, what is it? Grown or outgrew certain types of friendships, or that you kind of you kind of denied in the beginning, but it just happened. Your belief systems are different, and there's no room for kind of like an ebb and flow. There's no room for like agree to disagree type of things. What happens when a person, your lifestyle, how the views that you have on lifestyle and how you should live your lifestyle interferes with your families. Like it also, like how you're trying to raise kids, it interferes with your family. That causes a huge conflict. And what happens if you want to do something based on your new learning, or based on how you've grown, or how you've blossomed, how you've transformed? You have this big, bold vision for your future. Instead, you feel like if you go after it, then you're going to get isolated. Then you're not going to be relatable anymore. That's exactly how I felt when I was going through my self-mastery type of process. I felt like, well, if I start to learn and start to change my life, none of my friends are like that. I'm not going to have any friends. I'm not going to be relatable. I'm going to be the boring one. But this is not boring for me. And you don't understand that your tribe is right around the corner. There's some people who you can actually grow with, but it's just those fears. So for some of you guys, it's been the fear of abandonment. Some of you guys deal with the fear of abandonment. Some of you guys have been abandoned and you don't want to go through that again. So it's like, okay, so all I got to do is just push my dream down and I still be loved. Okay, I'm going to push my dream down and I'll be loved. Like some of you guys, that's the worst thing, for you to be abandoned by the people that you do love. It looks like this big vision that you have could conflict with a group, with a friendship, with a family member, with something that could be making you feel like, could I? Do I have to do this? How can I do this? It's time that I'm supposed to be bold in my life. I do also feel like this could be spirit trying to tell you to get ready, because there is going to be some isolation. I was watching, I fell in love with her, the Wizard Liz. Okay, I'm just spilling the beans right now. So I was watching, I watched another video of her, but I didn't know that was her. It just popped up. I'm washing clothes and I'm like, let me watch some inspirational video. And then she popped back up and I just binged. She was talking about when you have some type of self-respect, also a big vision, when your life is changing, you have to get comfortable with being lonely at times. Because there's a lot of people in your world that is not going to, number one, see your vision. Number two, respect your vision. Okay, respect what you're doing from now on. You have people who you're like, well, from the hours of, let's say, from the hours about like 6 a.m. to like 11 a.m., I'm going to be working on blah, 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 blah. Then you have these people in your life that could be constantly calling or texting or whatever. They're not respecting what you're saying. They're not respecting your foundation. Then you have to be able to be like, you know what? I'm not putting up with this. So I do feel like in order, when you have like this big vision or this bold vision that you want to go after, you do have to get used to being lonely. Like a lot of people are not going to agree with it, and that is okay. I feel like right now you're realizing that is okay. All right, this witch that kind of stirred you and was like, up, and you're going to be alone, up, and nobody's going to like that, up, and you're going to be the weird one, up, and you just like, that witch is dead. So let's just give good work for murder. So I'm just playing. Good work for trumping your negative thoughts. People don't understand how some people can't do it, and they decide to check themselves out. We hear them all the time. I'm proud of you guys for staying here, for being here. You are needed here, and not giving up, and choosing to do the hard work that most people neglect, or most people just check themselves out. Most people don't even kind of look into those negative thoughts and really go deep within, because it's a mess depending on how long you've neglected something. So I'm proud of you guys for staying here, for not giving up on yourselves at all, because you know that you are needed. Nobody told you that they need you. I need you here. Because how am I going to grow if you're not here with me, growing with me, okay? All right, so let's get into this, into the tarot. I don't know which deck I want to use. I don't know which deck I want to use. Wow. This is basically what we just talked about. You got the Eight of Swords coming, busting out the deck. Let's just say that. With the Page of Swords. Now that I can work that two ways, Spirit. You know, I can work that two ways. Always about 2-3 messages and something. From your self-sabotage, now you have a new idea. I also feel like there's something that you used to do that you need to tap into it. And then also for a lot of you guys, to self-sabotage our past. These are thoughts in the past that you keep on replaying over and over and over and over and over and over and over. For some of you guys, the witch died a long time ago. But you keep on replaying this thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right. Express yourself. You got the Knight of Cups. Open up your heart. There's a need for you to start living your life through your heart, letting your heart lead you, not the negative aspects of your mind leading you. Also, what you know now is that your mind is not always right. 9 times out of 10, it's not. Your heart, though, is always 100% right. All right, there's a need for you to ground yourself spiritually. For some of you guys, if you ground yourself spiritually, then you'll be able to see the vision and you'll be able to act upon it. For some of you guys, you can't even see the vision because there's a need for you to ground yourself spiritually. Yeah. With the 6 of Coins, with the gift, with the good karma that's coming in. With things being reciprocal. And I feel like the universe is filling your cup. There's also been a negative mindset. A negative mindset is the basis of your anxiety, keeping you off balance. But the 6 of Coins, that also resembles balance to me. Okay. All right, you got the Empress with the 4 of Wands here. So it's time for you to celebrate. All right, so there is a celebration. I feel like there's a new beginning. So you're holding the new beginning, the new life that you do have clutched. You see the Empress is surrounded by life. And usually she's pregnant, which is a symbol of new life entering in the world. But she has the baby. The baby is the new life. It is the new beginning that she is clutched. For some of you guys, this could be your inner child. There's a need for you to deepen the relationship that you have with your inner child. Also, that I just seen get rooted in some type of nurture. There's a need for you to root yourself in your Empress energy. For my masculines, your Emperor energy. To root yourself in that Empress energy. Maybe it's you becoming that. All right, you have the Hermit here. Use your inner wisdom. All right. use your inner wisdom to kind of like, the swords is the negative thoughts. And it's the thoughts that made you feel like you had chains around you. But the Magician card shows you that you have all the tools to get yourself out of this position. Like, you weren't just going through the motions. You were picking up lessons. And you were gaining tools and things like that. You need to check and see what you got in your bag, because you may have the tools that you need to unlock some type of chain. To unlock some type of gate. You got the Hangman. You're seeing the world differently. For some of you guys, it took you such a long time for you to feel some type of pain, or for you to feel, not some pain, it's like victory. Because of these thoughts. There's some type of victory that's been taking you so long to kind of fully feel and embody. I feel like you need to embody some type of victory. All right, let's go into one more. Alright, strength card. Okay, you are strong. You do have inner strength, inner wisdom here for this new beginning. You are ready. You are equipped. Also, you're moving really, really fast. There's a lot of fast moving action. Alright, with this Page of Wands, there's going to be some unexpected happiness and success on this journey. Also, there's some unexpected new energy. How this energy is about to come in with the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So this is you happy. You feel like you got your your ultimate wish. There's some type of newness, some unexpectedness on this journey here. All right. What's crossing this is the self-sabotage. So once you let this go, once you let this go, and you make up your mind about being happy and content with who it is that you are, you start moving like the Hierophant. It's no longer, because for some of you guys, you have this big intuition and you know exactly what to do. You have brilliant ideas and things like that, but you don't put them in motion. It's just the fact, it's just you getting those negative thoughts out of the way so you can get up, so you can get doing things, so you can put your best foot forward, so you can bet on yourself. So you can go after the things that you really, really want. Because some of you guys could be going after the things, but you're going after those things in the smallest way possible, not making the littlest amount of noise. Now, when these negative thoughts get out your mouth, you're making bold, loud noises. All right. I wanted to leave you guys with a... with the Angel and Ancestors Oracle. If this reading resonated with you, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up. All right, we ain't tapped into the karmic aspects of it. We just tapped into the self aspect. That's going to really bring you a lot of growth. All right. What's this? Surround yourself with protective energy. Get those people, all of those people, get them out of your energy force, energy field. Okay? Air Guardian, shift your perception. There's a need for you to see things from a different perspective. You got the Lady. So it looks like you guys have grown. All right, trust your instincts. Trust what your thoughts are telling you to do. All right, the Lady, you have enjoy growth and reap the benefits. This is you enjoying the fruits of your labor. Because for some of you guys, you deserve the fruits of your labor. And you're not going to let these negative thoughts or the fear of isolation or the fear of success stop you from eating your fruit. Look at all the green, all the luck here. You're not going to let something stop you from enjoying your fruit. Trust your instincts here. There's something that you've been telling yourself that you need to do or start. And it's time for you to do it and start. All right. The lady is known as the Empress in the traditional tarot. It is the representation of the goddess in her most fertile form. The goddess is in her most fertile form. She is an abundant, bountiful, and creative being. She is closely connected to nature because it is her child. She represents maternal energy and has more than enough love to give all who need nurturing. Yet she is a representation of the goddess Venus, too. This is all you, Libra, all right? And yearns for a rich relationship with her counterpart, the Lord. In this card, she holds an apple. Its seeds form a perfect pentagram, which in paganism represents the 5 elements of life. All right, the extended message is fertility, growth, and abundance are all imminent when the lady arrives in your life. All the seeds you have been planting are coming to life, and there are plenty more rewards to come. In a material sense, this card represents financial security and comfort. It shows that there will be more than enough to go around. If you are making business deals or setting intentions to create financial growth, this card indicates a considerable amount of monetary success. The lady can also usher in other forms of abundance, opportunities, marriage proposals, and even the birth of a child. She will help you respect nature and connect with its forces in order to have a genuinely supported journey through life. All right. This is the goddess in her most fertile form. Okay. So that is the reading. Remember, the witch is dead. So clearing out all of that negative energy. If this reading resonated with you, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.